That's right. Stay tuned. We'll be going right back to the concert in just a moment. You know, last year we aired this Peter, Paul, and Mary concert, and we received so many phone calls from viewers saying, when are you going to air it again? That we put it on tonight again because you wanted it. And that's one of the luxuries that we have here on public television. It's not like commercial television, that we don't have to air programs according to what commercial sponsors are willing to sponsor. We need to listen to you, our viewers, because you pay for programs like Peter, Paul, and Mary that's coming to you tonight here on Public TV 13. If you would like to keep this good stuff coming your way, we need your pledge of support. It's the last night to go public here on Public TV 13, so if you've kind of been putting off pledging, don't do it any longer. Tonight is the last night, and we have volunteers from Domino's Pizza here ready and waiting to take your telephone calls. So how about it? Pick up that telephone and dance on over there. I'm sure you couldn't help but dance in your seat watching the show tonight. 227-WNMU is the number in Marquette. It's toll-free in Upper Michigan, 1-800-227-WNMU. And we've been hearing from some of our Wisconsin viewers. Call us collect and make that pledge now.
Ev, you said stay tuned. Who in the world is going to leave? You know, I mean, 10 nights of fundraising, my feet hurt. I got high heels on. I wasn't feeling very good. Sherry Suka wasn't feeling very good. We shared some aspirin together. Now, Sherry, we feel good, and it is music. I can't imagine any place where you can't have music. I mean, that would be the worst. And to have a television station that didn't have music, and to have a Christmas season that didn't have music, and music like Peter, Paul, and Mary Bring It. For my itty-bitty babies that have been enjoying that Children Go Where I Send Thee To, Oh Come, Emmanuel, and songs that have words like, it's in the weaving of your fingers that the promise is made. Those kinds of songs, to bring them and keep them living on and making the Christmas season so special. I certainly hope that you've enjoyed the variety of music that Public TV 13 brings to you, because, you know, it is expensive. It is one of our most costly areas of programming that we bring here. In fact, the bottom line on our music programs, not even tonight's music program is included in that, but just those four categories there is $28,618. But you know what? People like Pastor and Robert Satterland, right in Munising, Michigan, called in with a pledge tonight. Thank you so much, Pastor Satterland, because he knows the value of music and the value that Public TV 13 brings. Carol Lemire in Marquette, so good to hear from you. Ralph Burkhardt from Athelstan, Wisconsin, called before we were even into a break. And I'll invite you that if you see a song, hear a song, and you like it, remember those numbers, 227-WNMU. We are here. Domino's is here to take your call. Ev and I aren't leaving the studio because the music is just too great. And also thanks from a person that asked us not to read their name. They're from Kearney, Michigan, and they said to read instead that they are a fan from Kearney, home of the Class D basketball champions, women's basketball champions. Thank you so much. We want to read some more names, and we want you to make that pledge of support right now, because there's a good deal coming, boy.
That's right.
This program could live on.
That's right. That's right. If you are enjoying tonight's concert and find yourself dancing in your seat, you can keep the concert forever and play it over and over again as many times as you want. If you pledge $70 tonight, you can receive the album or cassette of tonight's concert. And for a little bit more, pledge of $90, you can receive the CD of the very same concert tonight. It is the Peter, Paul, and Mary Holiday Concert. The album or cassette, $70. The CD, $90. Maybe you have some partner premium shares you've been saving up and need to brush those up, dig them out of the junk drawer or whatever, cash them in before they expire. You might opt to get for the album, the cassette, or the CD of tonight's Peter, Paul, and Mary concert, and you can play it over and over again throughout the holiday season and enjoy all the great music that you've been listening to tonight. And there's more to come. But I hope you'll take just a moment of your time. Right now, it only takes about 60 seconds to make that very important pledge of support. It is the last night of Go Public, so if you've been putting off making that pledge, please do it right now. 227-WNMU, that's the number in the Marquette area. It's toll-free from anywhere in Upper Michigan, 1-800-227-WNMU. And some thank yous go out to Pushpa Murphy and Houghton and Peter Johnson and Iron Mountain. Thank you for calling in your pledge around Peter, Paul, and Mary. How about you? Have you pledged yet? If not, I hope you'll do it right now.
We've just traded. One phone operator hung up, one took a phone. That leaves 7. Domino's delivers, folks. I'll tell you, they are here tonight to take your phone call, not for pizza. They're taking your phone call for Public TV 13. And I think one of the reasons that tonight's been so successful starting off is because many of you saw the box toppers that went out. And Domino's, as tonight's underwriter, was willing to help us promote this evening because they knew it was some special programming. So maybe you saw that on the top of your box top if you've ordered a Domino's pizza. Maybe that's still on your agenda for tonight if you're getting a little hungry, but please, won't you go to the phone and make that call first, just like Mr. and Mrs. William Holmes did of Cornell, Michigan. Good to hear from you. Bernice Hansen over there in Norway. Dorothy Boyer in Marquette. Mr. and Mrs. Lewis McGrath in Bruce Crossing, Michigan. I know we just got on the air over there in Bruce Crossing on cable. Carol Reed in Ontonagon and Erling Henderson and Gwynn. And I'm out of names, but I know there are other folks out there watching tonight. To make a pledge to TV 13 is a cinch. It takes 60 seconds at the most. Your name, address, phone number, how much you'd like to pledge. If you work for a matching gift company, also if you'd like to make that credit card pledge tonight, if you would like to get that album or cassette or CD, and you do it with your credit card, we can be sure to get it out to you for the Christmas season. Another incentive is you'll also get, by using your plastic, you get our plastic. The Watch It Public TV 13 license plate. I think that's great. And I love to go to Amique and Calumet and Escanaba and Flat Rock and see Watch It license plates all over Upper Michigan. Because that's what the public is in Public TV 13. Make that call right now, won't you? Lance, have you had a phone call yet? Three. Okay, let's get him 4.
Wouldn't it be great if you were doing when you're doing your holiday shopping this season, that for every dollar that you spent, your boss pitched in another $1? That'd be a great deal, wouldn't it? Well, you can get that deal right here on public television if you work for matching gift companies. You see several of them going across your screen right now. We have over 70 matching gift companies that believe enough in public television that they are willing to match dollar for dollar the pledge you make to Public TV 13. So you call in that $100 pledge if you work for Wisconsin Telephone, Wausau Insurance, Wisconsin Energy Corporation. They will match that $100, and that makes a $200 pledge to Public TV 13 to keep the good stuff coming your way. Sounds like a great deal, doesn't it? So what's keeping you from making that telephone call? I hope it's not the programs. I'm sure those are them. I hope you'll go to the telephone right now and make that call, 227-WNMU or 1-800-227-WNMU. We're getting ready to go back to the show in just a moment.
What a deal matching gift companies are. Evelyn, I know you and I would never let a 50% off coupon get buried in our wallet. And the frustrating thing about matching gift is we can't get to it unless you help us first. Light One Candles coming up. Please stay tuned and make that call.
Special Go Public programming is made possible in part by a grant from Domino's Pizza of Marquette, Escanaba, Iron Mountain, and Houghton. Pledge your support today during Go Public here on WNMU TV Marquette. Public TV 13, a service of Northern Michigan University.
When Peter, Paul, and Mary recorded that song at this concert, I don't think that they would be airing again on such a momentous night in history. Tonight, for the first time in 3 decades, Czechoslovakia is not under communist rule, and we've all seen what's happened to the East Berlin Wall, and we all get a feeling when we know that the light won't go out, and thinking about the people and how they have not let that light go out. Just talking with people in the studio, there's some that are very pessimistic and say, well, you know, what's going to happen? The communists will just kind of sit back and those countries are going to just fall and, you know, they'll just move right back in, or it's not going to be. And I don't believe it because I am an optimist. And that's probably why I work for public television. Because who would have ever thought that when public television started a few years ago that a non-commercial television station could operate on donations from viewers? Particularly when the number is 1 in 10 viewers actually contributes to their TV station. Well, you know why I'm even more of an optimist? Because I live in Upper Michigan. And in Upper Michigan and northeastern Wisconsin, our numbers are 1 viewer in 6 will contribute to this station. And although it has been a long 10 days, and this is a very energetic 10th night of Go Public, I tell you, I am not going to let the light go out. I know that we are going to be able to pay for this program and many more like it for years to come, because you, as a viewer, get involved. I certainly hope you'll make our Domino's phone operators tonight get writer's cramp. Pledging to TV 13 feels very good, and you are giving a gift that will keep programs like this available for years to come. So how about it? Won't you pledge your support right now?
You know, Frida, I don't think we can give these guys writer's cramp. They're used to taking orders. They're quick, they're efficient. These are Domino's people, and boy, they're ready to take your phone call. Thank you to Eric Smith in Marquette, and, oh, hi, Eric. And Carolyn Numala and Nagani for calling in your pledges tonight around Peter, Paul, and Mary. We appreciate your support. And if you are really enjoying tonight's concert and there's more to come, you can keep those memories forever and play them over and over and over again on your stereo. We have for you a very special thank you gift for a pledge of $70, or maybe you have 7 partner premium shares. You can get the Peter, Paul, and Mary Holiday Concert album or cassette. And if you can pledge a little bit more, $90 or 9 partner premium shares, we have the CD of tonight's concert. Very special way to hold on to those Christmas memories coming your way tonight during our Peter, Paul, and Mary concert. But you can't get either of those unless you call with that very important pledge tonight. It is the last night of Go Public, and we are counting on you to keep the good stuff coming your way, because we can only be as good as you make us. The amount of dollars that come in, that's how much we have to spend on programming. 100% of our program budget is paid for by viewers like you. So your pledge does count when you call in. Please take a moment right now to call in. The phones are quiet, so you can make them ring. 227, just like this person did, WNMU, or 1-800-227-WNMU. Call and make your pledge right now.
Carolyn and Eric, thank you so much for staying up with us tonight. Robert Otrajojek of Kearney, Michigan, did I say that correctly? That was a challenge here at TV 13 to run by names as quickly as possible, and when we don't get a chance to take the phone call and hear the names ourselves, but I certainly hope that you know how much we appreciate your pledge. Dwayne Wenzel, Crystal Falls, thank you. Tom and Lillian Toadley of Iron River. Shirley Okas of Stevenson, thank you so much for that generous pledge. Emil and Edith Brunette of Marquette, and Richard Lamarche down in Gladstone. Good to hear from you. You know, just a moment ago when Evelyn was talking about a $70 album or a $90 cassette to TV 13, when you pledge to TV 13, maybe you're thinking, well, really, all I can pledge is $20. Well, let me just show you something. When you pledge $100 to Public TV 13 during Go Public, and let's say you're single and you make about $20,000, you pledge that $100, and right away, if you file in your Michigan tax return, you will get a credit in the form of $50. Then, on your federal reduction, or your federal income tax, when you look at that reduction of $28, that means that the after-tax cost, now this is the money really right out of your pocket, is just $22. And that is $100 that Public TV 13 can use to buy programs that you enjoy every night of the week here. So how about it? Did that logic make sense? I certainly hope it made enough that you'll remember these numbers, 227, and these letters, WNMU.
You know, there is another way, Frida, that you can make your pledge go even further, and that's if you work for a matching gift company. Say, for example, you work for the A.B. Dick or Aetna or any of these other companies going across the screen, and you would like that CD tonight of tonight's concert. Well, you pledge $45. Your employer will match that. That brings your pledge to $90, and you can get the CD of tonight's concert. Ooh, isn't that a great deal? But if you do not call in and make that pledge, you can't get that matching gift, and Public TV 13 doesn't get those dollars. You know, last year, over $12,000 in matching gifts came to the station. That's $12,000 more we were able to spend on programs to bring to you. Let's see, Mrs. Furry Bedston works for Meade, and she called, and she made her pledge, and Meade will match her pledge that she made to Public TV 13. Thank you so very much. Also to Rosemary Deloche of Marquette, and Bill and Linda Rexhaw in Marquette. Thank you for calling in your pledges tonight. If you work for a matching gift company, don't hold back. Make that pledge right now, and you can make your dollars go even further for the programs you watch here on Public TV 13. So how about it? Getting close to the midnight hour, time to make that pledge. 227-WNMU or 1-800-227-WNMU. It's as easy as that.
I sure hope Bill and Linda pick up one of those albums or cassettes or something, because we've been playing the cassette in the car, and my kids just love it. Bill and Linda have some little ones, too, that we like to play with. Lauren and Kathleen Sleeman of Iron River, thank you so much for making that pledge tonight. You know, when Ev was talking about matching gift dollars, really think about that, and think about the Michigan tax credit, and in a sense, it's like going to the grocery store, and you go through, and for every dollar that you spend on groceries, your employer is going to match another dollar, or in a sense, Michigan, in the form of a tax credit, will also match. So if you work for a matching gift company and you also are a Michigan taxpayer, good heavens, please go to the phone just like Roy and Chris Gotham did. They got the cassette. Wonderful. Good to hear from you. And they are from Ontonagon, way in the west part of the county, and west part of the UP in Ontonagon County. We have One phone operator.
phone busy right
Just
now.
one.
Yeah.
Just one. That leaves 7 more with nothing to do.
Yeah, but we know you're going to make the phone call, right? You're just waiting for us
You
to
know
get
what?
done talking. I
Puff
bet.
the Magic Dragon's coming up, and, oh, Blowing in the Wind, and the
My
Cherry Tree
favorites.
Carol. I got so many favorites. The Cherry Tree Carol, it's a special song. I love the way they do it, too.
You're doing a great
We're
job.
having fun. You don't look like you've worked for 10 nights.
No, I hope not. Coming up, more music, Peter, Paul, and Mary concert. The phone lines are going to be open all through the concert, so take the time and give us a call.
Special Go Public programming is made possible in part by a grant from Domino's Pizza of Marquette, Escanaba, Iron Mountain, and Houghton. A portion of today's operational expenses has been paid for by Arthur and Doreen Brown of Ishpeming. Pledge your support today during Go Public here on WNMU TV Marquette. Public TV 13, a service of Northern Michigan University.
It's a wonderful holiday season, and holiday seasons with music, and music so touching like Blowing in the Wind. It made me stand here, and I had something that I was going to say, and all of a sudden I was thinking about whole other thing. When we're doing a fundraiser here at TV 13, it's a very hectic time. We know it is at your house, too. You've got lots of things that you have to do for the holiday season. And, you know, many times as I'm rushing down an aisle somewhere with a basket and I'm thinking about what I want to give for the holidays, it really is nights like tonight. You know, to be able to sit down with some people and enjoy some times and just sharing in some music and sharing in some thoughts and feelings and just really getting down to that part inside you that really makes it special, rather than just something that you happened to purchase and you had to take through the line and you had to wrap. Well, let me make an opportunity available to you when you are shopping or thinking about putting somebody on that gift list of yours. Why not take the time to make a pledge to TV 13, honoring someone else, making a gift to someone else. Perhaps you are already a member at TV 13, and perhaps you pledged in March or you pledged in August, the other 2 times a year that we have a fundraiser. And perhaps your membership with TV 13 is not ready to lapse. But you know, there's somebody else on your gift list that tonight would really appreciate perhaps the album, the CD, the cassette, or just knowing that you're going to make available fanfare for the whole next year, so nights like tonight won't be missed. How about it? Think about someone else and make a gift to TV 13 on their behalf. After all, that's what the holidays are all about, aren't they? Make that pledge right now, won't you?
And you know, when you make your pledge or your gift to Public TV 13, we have some nice thank you gifts to go back to you. And one very special gift that you can get this evening for a pledge of $70, maybe you have 7 partner premium shares, is this evening's concert. And it is on album or cassette, your choice. Or for $90 or 9 partner premium shares, you can also get tonight's concert on CD. You can relive those memories over and over again on your stereo. There sure has been some great music coming your way tonight. Those are just 2 of the many nice thank you gifts that you can get from Public TV 13 when you make your pledge of support. We do hope that you do make your pledge because of the great programs you watch here on Public TV 13, but these are kind of a little bit of an incentive to get you to go to that telephone and make the pledge. It is the last night to go public here on Public TV 13, so if you've kind of been stalling, maybe putting it off, meaning to make that pledge, don't put it off anymore because it's going to be over tonight. Take that moment to make that very important pledge to Public TV 13. Your pledge does count because all of our programs here on Public TV 13 are purchased by viewers like you, so we can only be as good as you make us. So if you've been putting it off, go to your telephone right now and make that call. 227-WNMU, that's the number in the Marquette area, and it's toll-free anywhere in Upper Michigan, 1-800-227-WNMU.
Ev, I loved when Peter was talking about the song Marvelous Toy, and he said to the audience, this is not the time to be a yuppie, that you actually can let that little bubble inside you kind of come up, and a giggle is helpful, but it's not obligatory, or however you say that word. I'm not real sure. This is not the time to be a yuppie. This is the time to let those feelings all come out, or maybe that is being a yuppie. I don't know, maybe a whole new brand of yuppie. I'm a yuppie-youper, I guess. But I certainly enjoy Peter, Paul, and Mary, and I certainly do feel great to read a name like Renee Anderson's from Crystal Falls, because tonight, hot off the press, I believe, Domino's phone operators took this pledge just moments ago, and thanks go out to Renee. David and Myrna Booton of Dollar Bay. Thanks for calling us way up north. We're going to be heading in that direction early tomorrow morning. WJ and Sharon Pollard of Iron Mountain, thanks to you, and they put to work their Wisconsin Electric Match. Now, that's really important for those of you that work for a matching gift company. If you're not sure, the phone operators will let you know. They have a list. Avis and Joe Rigoni of Iron Mountain, thank you. Bernice and Albert Kangas of Trinary, good to hear from you. And Peg Hansen, call from Powers. Wonderful, wonderful. See all the folks across Upper Michigan and Northeast Wisconsin making that call. So, oh, here we go. Thank you, Barb. Cynthia Richards at K.I. Sawyer Air Force Base, and she wanted to pick up that Peter, Paul, and Mary LP, and Mr. and Mrs. Thad Stenbar of Crystal Falls, again, making a pledge to TV13. Good to hear from you. And if you live in Flat Rock, if you live in Menominee, you can call us at 1-800-227-WNMU. If you live in Sister Bay, call us collect, please. Oh, one last one here. Dan and Ann Carlindi. I'm not real sure about that one. If I said it wrong, I certainly appreciate the Lindy's pledge from Nagani. Ev.
Yeah, you know, the holidays are a time of giving and sharing, and there's a way that you can make your pledge go twice as far, and that's with Partner Premium Shares. This is what they look like. And for every $10 you pledge to Public TV 13, you can ask for one Partner Premium Share. Now, these are good. They're sort of like green stamps. You can collect them over our 3 fundraisers. They're good for 1 year, and you can cash them in at the end of the year for any of our premium items, the albums, the CDs, the T-shirts, sweatshirts, any of those type of things. Or you can opt to give them to any of the, oh, I'm not sure how many charities there are right now. I believe there's 21 different charities across Upper Michigan into northeastern Wisconsin who are collecting Partner Premium Shares to try to save up for things for their Bible camps, etc. And Mr. and Mrs. Glenn Toon from Hermansville opted to get Partner Premium Shares. And Nadine Hansen from Iron River called in with her pledge for Partner Premium Shares. And with a side note that Covenant Point Bible Camp in Iron River needs just 8 more Partner Premium Shares to be able to get a VCR for their Bible camp. So if you call, make a pledge of $20, $30, get Partner Premium Shares, pass those on to the Covenant Point Bible Camp and get them just that much closer to being able to get a VCR. To give you twice as good of a feeling to give to Public TV 13 so you can enjoy the great programs coming your way year-round, and give again to one of these charities who will collect Partner Premium Shares to get their own gifts. It's a way to give twice, and if you're in the giving mood, go to the telephone right now, 227-WNMU or 1-800-227-WNMU.
Karen Zizik in Marquette's in the giving mood. Evan, she called tonight, made her pledge on MasterCard, and she wants to get the cassette. So when she made that pledge on MasterCard, we will be able to get that out in the mail to her right away. And another thing that we're going to be sure to send her is our Watch It TV 13 license plate. So thanks so much, Karen. We're going to be looking for your vehicle with this on the front. You know, when you do make your pledge to TV 13, as Ev and I are talking about larger numbers many times, and actually, could you afford to give $80 to public television? Well, let me show you, when you make a $400 pledge to Public TV 13, and you happen to be working and as a joint, make that joint pledge, 50% of that comes back in the form of a direct state tax credit. You get a federal reduction on that, and your after-tax cost is just $88. A lot of arithmetic there. The important thing is to make that pledge, and let's go back to the show.
Special Go Public programming is made possible in part by a grant from Domino's Pizza of Marquette, Escanaba, Iron Mountain, and Houghton. Pledge your support today during Go Public here on WNMU TV Marquette. Public TV 13, a service of Northern Michigan University.
What a wonderful, wonderful night. What a wonderful program. You know, throughout the entire 10 days of Go Public here at TV 13, we've been trying to find the right words, the right programs, the right tools to encourage you to go to the phone and make a pledge. But who am I to ask you to do such a thing? I mean, after all, I'm really just a viewer, like all of you watching right now. But I'm also a contributor because the programming on this station is one of the great pleasures in my life, my husband's, my parents', my children's, my neighbors' lives. As a matter of fact, I can't think of television without it, and without hours like we've just spent with Peter, Paul, and Mary. Well, that's why I'm here and Evelyn's here, and we're going to ask you to do what can help keep this valuable programming service healthy and growing, making a pledge to Public TV 13. This is the last time we'll ask you to do it during Go Public, and this is the last opportunity you'll have in December to make that pledge.
A Peter, Paul, and Mary holiday concert is made possible by this and other public television stations nationwide, which depend on your support. Additional funding is provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by Ben and Jerry's, making and distributing Vermont's all-natural ice cream nationwide.
Wow, what a wonderful concert. Boy, we sure hope you enjoyed tonight's Peter, Paul, and Mary holiday concert, because it was brought to you here on Public TV 13 by viewers like you. That's right, all the great programs that you watch here on Public TV 13 year-round are made possible because of viewers like you who call in your contributions around fundraisers like Go Public. And this is the very last break of the very last day of our Go Public on-air fundraiser here at Public TV 13. So if you've been putting off making that pledge, don't do it any longer. This is the last chance you have to call and make that pledge tonight to Public TV 13. Our operators from Domino's are here, ready and waiting to take your call. So if you enjoyed tonight's concert, give us a call right now. And if you pledge $70, like so many people have been doing tonight, you can take home tonight's concert to relive over and over again in the form of an album or a cassette. We have the Peter, Paul, and Mary holiday concert on album or cassette for a pledge of $70. And for $90, you can get it on CD. And so many people have been calling in tonight saying, yes, I want to relive those memories. I'll pledge enough for the album or the cassette. Whether or not how much you pledge or how much you can afford to pledge, I hope you will take the opportunity right now on this last break to make that very important pledge and make your pledge count. 227-WNMU, that's the number in the Marquette area, and it's toll-free in Upper Michigan, 1-800-227-WNMU, and of course in Wisconsin, call us collect.
I've just said some very important words. Make that pledge count. You have no idea how much your pledge does count. And from the Superior Nursery in Daggett, Michigan, who just called in with a little note here that said, wonderful show, please show more. And Lori had a call just a minute ago, and they wanted to know if the program would be rebroadcast. Well, when we get down and look at how many people respond to a program, that's how our program manager and our station manager, Bruce Turner, goes and fills that schedule up, or how he shops for programs. It's viewer response that determines everything here at TV 13. So please, if you're putting off making that call, procrastination is going to bring a whole, well, just not a schedule that you've had control of. I can't get the words out. I don't know why. Maybe I've just been doing too much ad-lib television over the last 10 days. Again, a thanks to the Star family and Crystal Falls. When families sit down and really enjoy viewing on TV 13, you can make tonight's special by picking up that CD or that album, or you can make a whole day special at TV 13. I have to show you, we're talking deadlines here. This is the last break, and the deadline, December 31st, is coming up, and that's also the last time that you'll be able to make a contribution and get 1989 tax credits for it. We still have 2 days open on our single-day underwriting calendar in December, December 20th on Wednesday, December 23rd on Saturday. Now, Barb, we could still get them on the calendar. We can get their names read, right? If you were to become a single-day underwriter for a pledge of $150 to TV 13, if you make that call right now, we will make that day either the 20th or the 23rd, or perhaps a special day on into 1990 that you have in the family. We'll give it to you with 16 on-air credits throughout the day. You'll get some wonderful tax advantages. You'll get a full year subscription to Fanfare. You'll get a window sticker and a license plate. You're just going to get such a good, warm feeling from knowing that you've helped support public television and that your vote came in during Peter, Paul, and Mary. So how about it? Right now, the folks from Domino's have been so wonderful tonight, and I want to make a special thanks to Jim Roberts and Gwen Hooper for bringing their folks from the Domino's stores all across Upper Michigan, Escanaba, Iron Mountain, Houghton, and right here in Marquette. They put a lot of effort in tonight, and I want to thank them for that. But right now, I know they'd feel even better if they were busy taking your call.
That's right. And if you would like to become a single-day underwriter, actually, your $150 pledge works out to only about $33 out of your own pocket, especially if you live in the state of Michigan. For example, if you have an income range of around $30,000 and you make that $150 pledge to Public TV 13 to become a single-day underwriter, the state of Michigan will take $75 right off the top of that. Then when you itemize, you will get an additional federal reduction, and that leaves your after-tax cost of just $33 to become a single-day underwriter here on Public TV 13. And also I want to mention, if you work for a matching gift company and you want that album or cassette or CD, you can get your employer to pledge half of that for you, much like, let's see who did that, Neil and Carol Frisbee from Scandia, Michigan. They want to get the Peter, Paul, and Mary cassette, and they work for Michigan Bell, so they pledge $35. Michigan Bell will match that, and they will be able to get the Peter, Paul, and Mary cassette. Also, thank you to Barbara Savina and Terry Shaw from Stambo, Michigan. Thank you so much for calling in your pledge this evening. We appreciate your support. Like we said, this is the very last break of Go Public here on Public TV 13. So if you've been putting off making that call, don't wait another minute. Do the call right now. It's 1-800-227-WNMU. Have more names, Frida?